Okay, tonight is January the 1st, the first day of the year, and I am putting some paperwork together um, in the truck. I'm doing some work. Um, I made a video earlier today. I didn't know it was that long, but I made a video with the intent to save it off of Facebook. I switched it from Facebook post to Facebook story because if I do it that way, it'll let me save the video to my device, and the police are not allowing me to do that. They are blocking me, which it is my right to record my own video, and it is my right to save that video in my phone. But due to the fact that they are planning to falsely arrest me for, I think it's R. Kelly crimes, it might be something else they came up with. If not, it'll probably be something financial or something along the lines with either false accidents. Nationwide, they got a false accident that they did with that, that they associated me with that I'm not. And it's the agent CPU 6412. They probably also erased it because I made a discovery of Fifth Third Bank that all of my account numbers are backwards and they go to other accounts. So, for example, 4174 is they have catch up with 4174, and then that is linked basically. And then they may have given me another card number that's not 4174, but could be 4179, and they're just dropping the 9 off and leaving that off when I go in to play for stores, and then only the 417 shows, but it's really the 417 that catch up paid. It's hard to explain, but when you see it, you can see it. But that was the discovery this morning, because my numbers are like that on my account number. And I was able to figure out and determine that what they did was they took, like I said, that same number. I'm using another one. The other one was, it's all of them, but one in particular was 1711. That would be 6711, which is the old card that I had. And that's why I said they never closed the accounts, because the person that has the linking old card is the person that is still linked to me falsely, and they use catch up, or they gave him a girl that is they pretending to be me. So what the FBI did was, because the IRS was caught, and what they did, the FBI is trying to help them, because now I'm mad at them and I'm suing all of them. So now they're taking over because they have jurisdiction over IRS when IRS is crooked. Being that they know IRS is crooked, they're now working together, because now I'm suing everybody. Now, granted, they took my lawsuits, but still, the point of the matter is they know it's there that I said it. So that agitated things. So even further, as if that's possible. So what happened is that is how this plan is working. So I have the device, I have the person, and this, that, and the other. So long story short, Edrin at Fifth Third Bank, when I went in there, I said, could you check to see if someone has an account in the name of Crystal Jackson, because my name is Crystal Ketchup, because I'm married to Ketchup. Due to, he did not do that and refused to do that. So that allowed this situation to continue, because it was federal orders for this corruption to continue, because authorities want to falsely arrest me as punishment because I won't be quiet, and because I was married to Elijah Ketchup for 8 years, to which I found out that he was affiliated with the feds in some kind of way. I have made reports of what has been going on to me for years, of which authorities refuse to acknowledge in any kind of way. And so no one has ever contacted me back or anything. Now, that is not all of what my my post was about this morning. Like I said, I didn't know it was that long, but It was 3 hours long this morning. So I guess I said a lot. But what I wanted to make this recording for, oh, I know what I was making the recording this morning to go over things that were concerning to me and that stuck out. And then I was making the recording to go over all of the false stuff that has been around at the hands of authorities doing this to me. And so that's what that was for. That's what I made that recording for. But like I said, it was long. As I'm looking through this, what I'm looking through, I found something that I hadn't seen in a while that really angered me. Like I said, it's really not so much as what's being done as it is the audacity for a person to do this is nothing short of evil. And I say that because, like I said, Elijah was with the police, already had him with Miss Powell. But they are making Miss Powell be me right now and using her as Crystal Ketchup. And that's why on Fast People Search, there is the 23-year-old on there. She is supposed to be being with Elijah to be me, while they work with him to be connected to me to set me up. Little do he know, I think they setting him up too. And using her to do it. I really do. But if that's not the case, then so be it. I wish them well. But they are both setting me up. That's for sure. And like I said, she probably is setting him up too. But the point of the matter is, I believe the police have her being me because she was me in Kentucky. They used her to be me when she was with Elijah because I don't want to commit any crimes. And so the police wants me to be a criminal like I was in 2004. So since I wasn't a criminal for them anymore, they hired somebody to be a criminal so that they could get the person to shop for them and be with Elijah and carry on the plan. And so that's what it is. So that's been going on for the longest. I don't know where it's at this moment, but I pulled up somebody named Crystal Ketchup the other day, and it ain't but one Crystal Ketchup, and that's me. And I know that because I Googled it when we got married. I was excited that it's only one of me. And so that's the deal with that. So I have not heard anything as far as wait, I'm trying to do something. I got sidetracked. And I think this is also why I got threatened to be killed every time I would file for divorce. Every time I would try to file for divorce, I was threatened to be killed. And so that would add a little bit to the situation that he might be getting arrested too. And they might be putting us as co-defendants because of the fact of it, because of the fact of it don't make no sense. It doesn't make sense. But I was threatened every time that I was going to move on with my life. And that's because, like I said, this is what I said on the thing earlier. The police wanted to make it look like I'm stalking him or that I'm crazy about him and can't go on with my life. I can go on with my life. They're blocking my life and blackballing me, and has been doing that since I got here because they don't want me to have a life. They want me to go on with my life while they work around it. So I'm not anxious, so I could give the perception that, I was fine. I moved to California and then got to California and was happy and moved on and working and making money. And then while they moving around in unison and they want me to be quiet while they doing that. So I'm not drawing attention to the fact that they set me up. And they want me to sit here and wait and be quiet while they set me up. And I ain't doing none of that. And they want me to be quiet, but they really want me to be quiet about Ketchup, and I ain't doing that either. So, even if they put me in jail, I still ain't gonna be quiet. I'm still gonna tell everybody what they did. Every officer I see, I'm gonna tell everybody what they did. So, they know everybody will know. Everybody know. Because all the police gossip about it. So it's not like if I went to jail, people gonna be like, oh, she really did this. No, everybody's aware. But she didn't do anything. They're doing it because she won't be quiet about her husband, because she's mad about what they did. And the police made money and did stuff, and they have, like I said, they have blackballed my life to the point that I can't really work, because they add so much anxiety and frustration around my job that it's not even funny. So that is the situation and the problem. So I'm going through my stuff tonight, and while I'm going through my stuff, I got to figure out how to get my video, because the police is not going to tell me that I can't have my video, and that's mine. I will call the police on them and make a police report, or that somebody is preventing me from using my device. I sure will, with nothing of it, and will gladly say I'm on mental health when they come, and it's bothering me because I can't use my phone, and that's my phone, and I have a right to record what I'm trying to report about the police, and I tell that police that, and get your name and say you ain't heard it. Yes, you did. Then let me do my video. Promise you I'll call them. I don't care if they come or not. You gonna get called. So I'm going to do that, because that's my right to listen to my video. Police come in my truck whenever they feel like it and make their own evidence. And when I want the truth downloaded, they try to block that. Stupid, dumb dogs. But this is what I found when I was going through my information. When I was in the hospital, I said that the police came up there and changed my name at Greenview. And Ketchup was with, and they changed my name because they had Miss Powell being with Ketchup then. That's the little girl they done put him with, to help him get over his guilt and everything that he did to me. So they gave him a girlfriend to help him out to move on. And so what happened is, she was me while I was in the hospital, carrying on so that they can erase that. And that's why they put that under another name. And they also put it under another name because they wanted to seem like I am retarded, and that whenever I have a episode or whatever they calling it, that that I don't know what my name is. And so they have framed everything that I've been up here doing in California. The way that I looked up money laundering, and the way money laundering works is, if you are sending money to different banks, but it has to be associated with criminal activity. And so I don't have no criminal activity, so they made criminal activity around my name, and then sent me a fake driver's license. And that's why the police in California never asked me for my ID, for the simple fact of they don't want to be a witness to what the FBI did and the IRS did. They sent me a fake ID on purpose, so that it'll look like I'm in 2004 and I'm committing crimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thoroughly search my truck. And then I also wanted to bring this to attention and put this on a recorder, because I thought that though it seems like it is a bad thing what he sent, and it did make me mad, I don't think it's bad at all, because I think that it shows the willful intent to do something wrong. For example, if I just got out of the hospital for trying to kill myself because the police snatched him and made him leave for 19 days and then leave me no money and no food. So they did that in January the 1st. So this January the 1st will make 2 straight years that we didn't be together. They sent him to church with the girl, Miss Powell, and gave him a job in Tennessee. And then they took like he took a bunch of clothes, a debit card, and everything electronic out of the house, money and everything. They had him coming to get everything so that they could go make receipts to it. And then, so he was taking out stuff one by one, and then working and coming back, working and coming back, working and coming back. And so that's what when I say working, going to do illegal stuff with the police and coming back over there with me, like we together, go back out and do illegal stuff with the police and be with the girl that they using to say that's me, and then come back into it. And so what happened is, when I got out of the hospital, I came back home, and he was like, I just had to have you here, this, that, and the other. I want us to go back. We need to start all over, this, that, and the other. And I knew he was lying because I had tested him on the phone, and the Lord had told me while I was in there that he is not for you anymore, but to just trust the Lord in the situation while I prepared to see what the Lord wanted me to do. Well, long story short, when I asked him about selling furniture, I told him, that's what I wanted to do. I was testing him, and he went head for it because that's what the police have been trying to do the entire time I was in Kentucky. And I knew that. I knew they were selling furniture because the apartments under me and the apartments behind me, people's moving stuff a lot. So I was like, okay, they're selling furniture and they're doing something, and I kept seeing delivery people. And so I was like, they're doing something. So I never wanted to sell any furniture. Plus, Kentucky is not like that. So long story short, they were selling furniture and I didn't want to be a part of it. And they used to send scouts like they send now with wonderful ideas to go sell furniture and go on with your life, this, that, and the other. They have been giving me a false sense of freedom for probably since 2018. And when I told my family, and Sharon told me, they said to go on with my life and don't give no names and I'll be okay. That was furthest from the truth, and that has not happened yet. They want me to go on and stop looking at them so that I can let them work in peace and don't report and write. And I report and write. They stealing. They have changed everything. And not everything. They have changed some things in my notebook. Fifth Third Bank is definitely the liaison for these corrupt officials, and they make cards for them to go to these accounts that I had in like digits so that they could be linked to me with fraud using a phone, using a device, and using ATMs or whatever. I do got an ATM transaction, VBG. At the time that I got money from Easter, I can connect that to the King. And at the time that I got a transfer from Easter, but like I said, that may not even be that because of the simple fact of these people have technology that lets them do a reverse recording in the like tone of the person that's talking. Which is why I said it would be interesting for me to go to court, because I would be interested in seeing if I'm really hearing T.D. Jakes and really hearing Creflo, or am I hearing the FBI talking in their voice? Because my spiritual recordings are not the same anymore. And so to put a little bit out there, what I need to say is that I'm still being framed. And that I've been in California for 6 months straight. I have not left. I'm not with Elijah Ketchup. It does seem like there is a manipulation parallel tactic to the accident that I was in. If they do everything else like me, then they did the accident and got paid and kept the money and didn't give me anything. And so if they're doing parallel, because I'm not with Nationwide and the police, CPU 6412, they had an accident. I hit him from the back very lightly at the light. No damage at all was done to my truck whatsoever. So this has a lot to do with it. It's a lot of corruption around the insurance. It's a lot of corruption, period, for the simple fact of the police won't leave me alone just because I figured out that I was married to an undercover informant that wasn't supposed to be in my life. And then because he was in my life, the CIA was in my life. So I'm fighting with all of these 3-digit special people that I ain't had no business being in my life in the first place because I'm not doing anything. This is not 2004, but this was, I guess they felt like they was going to make it 2004, even though it's not. So that is what has been going on. And so I'm putting my stuff back in, and I do see some notes that are out of place. So I'm trying to get my stuff together because the police have been still stealing. I'm just waiting to see if I find something that's worth me calling the police for. Because right now I don't really care about what I don't see. It does seem like it's still some manipulation around my name. And that too is what I recorded, that my ID from Georgia is a real ID issued by the state of Georgia at the time of service. And in order to get that, those are only given out in the state of Georgia by police. And those are real police in uniform. And they're state patrols. And they're in uniform with guns. And the FBI was there when I got my ID. Or somebody was. They were there. And I had to leave and come back. Long story short, that the police here in California gave me a fake ID. So they could tie crime around working and make money laundering, fraud, and a bunch of other stuff. Without it, they would have nothing to be bothering me for. But they had to have something to bother me for because of the simple fact they didn't want Elijah Ketchup to be paying me any alimony or anything because of the fact they have me oppressed. And I can certify to that as if they didn't have me oppressed, then why would I be, let me show the statement. He gave me an email. This is what I was going to say. He gave me an email, and when they did not put my comment in the email, and I didn't know, when I first received it, I didn't know. I found out later that he had sent that email to the bankruptcy attorneys without my knowledge and without me knowing. So
if it doesn't change your mood, your day.
They were doing some illegal activity. So long story short, this is what he did. Let me get to the email that he sent. I'm putting some important papers up. I have so many. He said, this is my business statement for Who Wants Seconds. This letter is to ensure that Crystal Ketchup has a full understanding of Elijah Ketchup intent with the company. My position will mainly consist of helping to pick up, drop off, and deliver. My job will also consist of helping with the owner. Okay, let me go back and get the other one. This is the one they told him, no, that's not good enough. He was being instructed. So this is the first one. He sent that, and they was like, no, that's not good enough. You need to go back, and somebody worded it for him. He came back with this one. This is a signed affidavit that acknowledges Crystal Ketchup to be the sole proprietor of the company named Who Wants Seconds. I'm in court. What do the jury gonna think? Somebody told him to do that. End of it. This is a signed message that Elijah Ketchup Sr. has no legal ownership or consenting unless otherwise acknowledged authority within the LLC company named Who Wants Seconds. Who does that to their wife? And this was sent in June, and he left in July. Gave me an ultimatum. Who does that? To drop the investigation or the marriage is over. Who does that? Nobody does that. That is doing the right thing. And you eating on it. But then again, they had him doing that. That's why he was saying, can I have some money? Can I have this? Because they had him separating himself. doing all the crimes that they're investigating me for, but making verbal recordings that he's not. And I think that's weak. And the fact that I know it is just, it's amazing to me. Because they ain't got no surprises. Ain't no surprises here. I've already uncovered the accounts that the numbers go to that they used him for. And I'm really concerned about that now because, and I think I am going to make a police report, because if they're saying that we not married and this man used my information all these years, then that's identity theft. And I think I am going to make that report, and I'll be back.